Still! There is it! What do you mean, what? The periscope thing! You know, it comes down from the ceiling, and I go like this, and I look around, and I see up top, I see Englander warships heading our way. If I can't see it, how do we know they're not there? Oh, must I do everything myself aboard this ship? What? It's not a ship. It's a boat. I know it's a boat. Well, you're a disrespectful crew. You're all at 6s and 7s. 9! 6s and 7s and 9s. Why is my hat falling off? Must be the underwater pressure.
Hey folks, there was a little example of life aboard a war-torn U-boat during the Second World War. How are you? Hope you're all doing very, very well. Yeah, my God, that hat was tight. I think Fritz had a little tiny head. Anyway, welcome aboard. The good ship Kilty. Boat. Alright, it's das Boot. Yeah, that's the point. Wolfgang Petersen's movie, Wolfgang Petersen's epic TV drama from 1981, Das Boot, is actually Das Boot. That's the way it should be pronounced. We've discussed this before when I reviewed the film Below, another World War II drama about a submarine, this time an American sub. And I did say that they're not ships, they're boats, and they're called boats because they can be launched from ships. There's a bit of a convoluted backstory to why they're called boats. It isn't just that reason, but that's the main one. That's the one we're gonna go with today. So, 81 saw this epic German language, absolute cult classic now. It came out in so many different versions. An epic mini-series, then a condensed movie-length version, then other versions, then a director's cut. Oh! But it brought the likes of Jürgen Prochnow, who plays the captain, absolutely to, enormous acclaim. His steely blue eyes, that sense of fatality, that sense of doom, his his lost patriotism, his cynicism about what's going on, that would all translate into The Keep for Michael Mann, only a couple of years later. But Jürgen Prochnow was a wonderful actor, and his personification of this seaborne captain who goes through every single drama that you can ever get when you're at sea. Storms, the enemy, rebellions, machinery failing, everything that can go wrong does go wrong, and they have some hair's breadth escapes. But the film doesn't just relate the excitement and the harrowing sense of fear and drama to, waterborne heroics and battle. It tells about the mundanity of it as well. Living in those cramped quarters, the endless routine, the tedium of not finding the enemy, of being stuck all out there, and then having to limp back home with machinery faults and stuff, and hiding like little cozy, friendly ports which are keeping you, a secret from everybody else. La Rochelle, you keep going back to be refitted out there, and it will all end with tragedy, of course. But I'm not actually here to discuss Das Boot, Das Boot itself, because A, I haven't seen it for a long time, and B, it's the music I want to talk about. Klaus Doldinger's epic score. Again, it's become a cult favourite. His main theme for it went on to become a techno rave hit, pumped up, jazzed up, dance rhythms and all that. And people always make the mistake of saying, oh, it's a synth score. There is synth in his music, but as you're hearing now, there's also every other instrument known to man. Klaus Doldinger was an acclaimed saxophonist and film composer, but it's this which really is his legacy and its enduring quality. I'm going to play you some bits from it, and some bits I always find reminiscent of the Australian composer Brian May. That's the Australian composer Brian May, not the big frizzy-haired astronomer guitarist from Queen, not that guy. Some of his orchestrations and some of his action bombast is very, very similar, but that main theme and its many permutations is just, it's to die for. So, without further ado, let's go on to Anfang, which is, I think, prelude it means. The version of it that I have is the German label Film Music with a K, and it's actually signed by Klaus Doldinger as well. inside here. I'll show you. It's all in German, including his signature. There's Jürgen Prochnow,'s eyes. Oh, it's just... Signature is down there somewhere. It could be fake. I don't know. I didn't get him to sign it. It just came like that. This is the main theme, which will then go into the title theme. But this motif is what carries it. Such a sense of grandeur, a sweeping epic quality. It definitely gets you, you know. And the great thing about it is it's told from the Germans' point of view. So you side with them. You dread any Allied vessels, you know, any convoys, and you get loads of convoy attacks and stuff, and then enemy fighters, which are actually our fighters, but you are so immersed in their dramas and those characters, you go right alongside them. War is war, you know. It doesn't matter whose side you're on. At the end of the day, you're all fighting to survive. So this is title. This will build. I love how he does that. How Doldinger brings that in. I mean, this is synth. It rises and then you get this sort of ballast release. Which in one epic sequence, when they're stuck on a sea shelf, way below proper depths, and they could be going crazy, they hit upon the idea of releasing the ballast, and it brings the vessel back up, and it's a moment of euphoria. We'll come on to that. U-96 is their vessel, and it's based on the memoirs of a true U-boat captain who served in World War II. And he served as consultant on the TV show as well. It's melodic, it's cyclic, it's that relentless drive that just becomes so hypnotic. Bisky. I hope you like the rig out, by the way. That's I'm not sure what that hat is actually, to be honest, but that's an MFP badge from Main Force Patrol from Mad Max. We do have a naval jacket here, but we also have Rocky Balboa's boxing shorts on. I like to throw these things together and just see what we can come up with. Great performances abound. You get the sense of humour from men who work hard and are in peril, that gallows humour. You get the sparking personalities. There's a Nazi on board the ship as well, and most of the men aren't Nazis, you know. So obviously he's ostracised. That sounds like his name, doesn't it? Ostracised! Commandant ostracised! This is the track that we made into a dance track. That's here too, but we're not going to play that. Awesome stuff. Let's go on to... This is one of the action cues. This is U-96. This is the title of the vessel itself. So he has synth, but he has horns, he has strings. The strings really do get to play a major part. There's brass, enormous walloping percussion, and snares and all sorts going on. So you can imagine the camera is speeding through all these confines. Jag and Prochnow is barking orders. Dive, dive, dive! Only he'd be saying it in German now. There's a little motif which you'll hear. Changes. It brings a grin to your face. It's dynamic. It does sound very 80s, I've got to admit that. That combination of the percussion, the snares, and the horns there is what I associate with Brian May. You think of Mad Max, Road Games, some of the Missing in Action scores which he did. Brian May this is. And Turkey Shoot, or Blood Camp Thatcher as it's also known. I'm going to cover that film one day. I just love it. That's gorgeous, that. See, there's a tragic convolution of the theme as well, and on this there's quite a few bits of source music of ballads and songs and beer keller stuff, you know. But great combination of the electronics and the strings. But we're going to go into one of my favourite pieces in a second, and this comes after. Well, we'll play Inferno first up. See, sadly, after an engagement, they sink below and they come back up again, and the ship they thought they sunk is still there. So they fire into it again, not realising there's men still alive on board, who all on fire jump into the sea in this raging inferno, and they're screaming out for help. But the captain realised, we've got, not out of any kind of hatred, he's absolutely, heart-wrenched over it. They've got no room to take prisoners, so they have to order the submarine to leave the scene, for these men to die. It is horrible. So we'll have a little touch on Inferno. And what this track will then do, it's going to go into a track called Heimkehr. Heimkehr is homecoming, or the return, and you hear it in several incarnations throughout the entire mini-series. Most epically when they have blown those ballast and they manage to get back, and they think they're going back to safety. Of course, those of you who know the film, they do get back to the big submarine shed bunker thing, and then they get strafed by aircraft, bombers, and pretty much everyone cops it. And you see Das Boot finally sink. Jürgen Prochnow dies. This is it. This is Heimkehr. This is the main theme, but given an almost galloping charge of relentless, almost optimism, but tinged with a sense of poignancy, and it's all in earnest. Listen how Doldinger does this. You've got this sort of tally-ho nature to it. It's faster again. You get the sense like, we're freedom, yeah, we've made it. And they're all exhilarated. And then you get this. It shows that maybe I love this. The strings are just so energetic and emotional. There's jubilance and euphoria there. I mean, this feels like victory here. But you're going to go through this cycle again. Klaus. Cheers, my friend. Jürgen and Wolfgang. Cheers. Can you see what I'm getting at? This sense of euphoria, yearning freedom, but this sort of taints it. Like, yeah, are we getting away? Have we made it? Cymbals, percussion, rolling percussion. Oh God, that is just so gorgeous. That it's uplifting. And I'll be honest, there's another reason why I'm choosing to play this today. And I'm not going to labour on this at all. I've had a really shit past couple of days for reasons we will not go into. And I felt really, really horribly down yesterday. But I found myself, I remember reviewing below and thinking, oh, you know, because one of you guys actually left a comment saying, I've just watched that spot only recently. And I thought, God, yeah, I need to watch that again. But I haven't dug it out yet, but I did put the music on yesterday when I was feeling really despondent. And although a lot of this is tragedy, and especially that Heimkehr, that homecoming track, that it's mixture of, you know, uplift and optimism, tinged with sadness and, you know, impending doom, but still we're making it, we're getting away with it for now. And I found that really brought me back to a level of my usual buoyancy. So that's one of the tenants on Kilt Mansion's grounds being sacrificed, nailed to the cross. My servants never get tired of doing that sort of thing. You know what? I'm going to play that again. Let's go on to the prelude again, and then we'll go into Heimkehr. Not Homecare. And now Bigfoot's marching down the stairs. You see, it's so cramped in this sub. Everybody's breathing down each other's necks. Right, I'm going to turn it up. I know that you guys, the way this is configured, the music's at forefront for you, and you're hearing me trying to like bark in. So I'm going to shut up and let you listen to the music. Elegant at the same time, and then we're going to go straight into God damn it! Okay, Gott in Himmel! Benny Hill? Reminds me of the old TV show Black Beauty. Who'd have thought that? Such energy on the strings.
Speed ahead! Blow the forward tubes! Bring on the dancing girls! Act on, baby. I used to have a German teacher in my primary school. Nick, you're watching this. What was her name? And she'd always go, Mein Gott! What the bloody hell do you think you're doing? And on the register we had to count in German. And mine looked like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I was Spulf. Spulf, I was made up werewolf. And I can't remember any number after that. You didn't need to, did you? Hey folks, I know. What the hell is this guy doing? That is very similar to Brian May. I'm not saying anyone's copying anyone else here. I'm saying it's an unusual style, an unusual orchestration style that these two composers both seem to use and incorporate. This is Ruckzug! And it does sound like it's going to go very similar, doesn't it? And it is! But you can't get enough of it, can you? Fritz! Put that cat down! Some of you might know that. Strings are more heightened in this variation. It's condensed as well, this one. Well folks, I don't know about you, but this was as much fun as you can have in a naval tunic and Rocky Balboa's boxing shorts on a Sunday morning. All part of the service. So, folks, that was like one of those little, I don't know what you'd call it. I haven't reviewed anything really. I'm just basically saying this music is wonderful. It makes you feel good, it's atmospheric, and the TV drama itself is electrifying and a bona fide cult classic, a masterpiece of maritime drama. Much copied, much, it influenced so many other movies, and it remains a testament to absolute steadfast craftsmanship of filmmaking, great performances, great music, great direction, and a great story told with enormous vigour and conviction. So, folks, please remember, when you're having a shit day, play some Klaus Doldinger, and it will work for you as it worked for me. So, folks, please, in the meantime, and that weird, crazy in-between time, just take it easy, be happy, be healthy, keep it kilted, and if you haven't got a kilt, get some Rocky Balboa shorts. They're colourful, they're like tartan as well. So, I'm going to see you all. Schnell, schnell, dive, dive, dive!